And this bird's already had his medicine, so he doesn't need any more medicine. Okay, so he's a happy camper. I think it's this guy here that needs the ball of fat. And you can see this bird, I've already fed it, and it wants to have affection now. That's its main thing, is its parents are with it all the time, and they love affection. So one last thing I got to do here. This is my coral grit. After the meal, I'm going to give it a little pinch of coral grit down the old hatch. Alright? Don't give them coral grit every day. They don't need it every day. You'll end up packing up their gizzard, which is not a good thing. Okay? And the squeaking you hear is because this bird wants to come and be with Dad. And they particularly love that when you hold them. You see? Affection. They love affection. Certain birds are more so that way. These are the most affectionate pair of squeakers I think I've ever had. You see, this bird wants to come to me. They know already in one day's time that I picked them up, but it's because I also, when the hen leaves the nest or the cock leaves the nest in the loft, it doesn't matter if I've got 10 pairs setting, I go and pet every baby. I let them know that I'm there and I'm feeding, and that I'm the guy that feeds them. And that every time I just come in and I put my hands on their heads like this, and I, just like their mother would when they're being sat on, I put my hands on them. See, they love to be together too, like they sit in the nest. So see, now they're happy. And a lot of times I'll walk around outside with them, which begins their homing abilities. I take them up to the loft. They get to see the other pigeons. Come close on this little guy. And you look at this bird's eyes and how it responds. You see, you can tell it just loves that. I'm not closing its eyes. It's just responding to the affection. They love affection no different than a kitten or anything else. This blue bar is a particularly intelligent bird. I'm very, very impressed with that bird. This one here, her mother bred me 3rd overall in the Tour de Maritimes. And, well, obviously they're nestmates, but she reminds me exactly of her mother, excepting for the 3 spots there. Maybe I'll call her 3 spot or something. And I'm going to call this one Clever. This is Clever. So that's what I do with them. I just hold them like that, and if we're outside, I go like this so they can feel comforted, but just look around. You guys probably can't even see them. I'll move them into the sun here. So once again, if I pet, curious right now. See, when I pet, you see how they just love to be petted. You can see this bird here is a different bird. This bird here is more responsive, it's just a more intelligent bird, and I know that. It doesn't mean it's going to home any better, it just means it's a more intelligent bird. It's an easier bird to handle. This bird's coming along. I think it's just maybe one day behind the other bird. You see, it doesn't show the same as this one. This bird already loves me. And I'll probably be feeding it for maybe a week, and it'll really it should learn on its own here, being fed like this and showing the food probably by 30 or 32 days. So yeah, a week, it'll start to eat really well on its own. And when I say eating, I want them eating, not just picking a few grains. See all that food that I put into that bird, and that's all it's done in its crop. When the parents are feeding them, it's pretty good full, but I don't want them too full. That's bread and it's going to swell. So, and plus I feed them twice a day. Alright, Toss Dart signing off.